That is truth as an instinct. And para means bearer. The mind becomes the bearer of truth as instinct. That means your instinct becomes truth, or truth becomes your nature. That is what is meant by the word Ratambhara, which Patanjali means pure intuition. And this is one of the results of the scientific yoga practice. Those who are mad after the power of intuition, because as long as we have the power motive in the mind, we can't have pure oil and colorless flame. We may get some imaginative powers which are of an emotional nature, that is our personal reason, which differs from others, which makes us understand ourselves as greater than or lesser than others. And it never allows us to understand others in same terms as we are. But on the other hand, when you live in pure intuition, then the space in you sees the space in others. The space in you speaks with the space in others. Whatever you do, it is quite natural and normal. It is neither conditioned by the previous motives, nor does it condition the future actions with motive. This is something about the three aspects: emotion, reasoning, and intuition. Remember that intuition is beyond analysis. Just as samadhi or absorption, yogic absorption, is beyond analysis. Someone asked, "Sir, what is the difference between Nirvikalpa Samadhi and Savikalpa Samadhi?" He understands two types of samadhi, that is absorption in the omnipresent, and he wants to know the difference between the two types of absorption. The answer is, as long as he remembers the difference, he is thinking about samadhi, therefore he has no samadhi. Just as the one who is trying to sleep all through the night, it indicates that he has no sleep. Otherwise he would have slept then. But poor fellow, all the night he was trying to sleep, making every attempt to sleep. That means he had no sleep. Similarly, the one who wants to know the difference between two types of absorption cannot get into absorption because he is mad after the difference. Same thing with intuition also. One who wants to achieve intuition has nothing to achieve at all. It is like trying to achieve space. Catch that space. Night and day, one can try to catch in space. He catches nothing except his own fingers. Similarly, the one who wants intuition through practice, he achieves his impression about intuition, and he may fool himself that he is having intuition. This is what is described by the ancient psychologists of yoga about intuition. When the man in you is absent, when the omnipresent in you is present, then this state is called intuition. It's also called darshana, state of existence. That means the knower, the object of knowledge, and the process of knowing becoming one. 3 ice blocks placed in a tumbler, getting fused and become one water. This still water is called Ratambhara by Patanjali, and the experience is called darshana by other scientists. No, one by one. First, we will take matter and spirit. If you find an ice block floating in water, you can call it two, or you can call it one. So, you can call this matter state, and you can call this spirit state. Just as you can call this the ice state and the water state of the same thing X. So that X is what we call the omnipresent. It becomes the two in two counterparts. The one is called the spirit and the other is called matter. The omnipresent is the same in both, because they wanted to be true. Why I am called Krishna and why you are called Bhagavan? Because we wanted, our parents wanted, and we wanted. Why I wanted to have this type of garment because I wanted. Because the omnipresent, from eternity to eternity, it is his nature to be so. Always it is like that eternally. The two are co-eternals of the one background which is called eternal. Or some scientists call the two as the two parts of the eternal. It is his pleasure to be two.
Yes.
If I attend this circus, you can ask why you attended this circus. The answer is I wanted. Same thing there. This symptom was there to eternity with him. So it is with us also. We want to do certain things because we want to do. So it is his nature. And there's no question about it, no use of questioning about it. And the second question, male and female. Yes, there are two principles called active and passive principles. Both put together one total, which we call the eternal or God or the omnipresent. And it comes down as space, is matter and spirit, the same as darkness and light, masculine and feminine principles, and male and female principles, according to which the physical bodies are constructed. But the fact is, there are no male bodies or female bodies. The biochemistry is arranged in female form and male form, female functioning and male functioning, and the difference exists on the mental plane, and the structural difference exists on the physical plane for the sake of biological convenience of reproduction. It's only a convenience in nature. And to our mind, male and female exist. To the matter of the body, or the female or male, neither male nor female exists. But it is the nature of the first cause to produce everything in pairs and couples, one being active and the other being passive. So the ancient scientists saw this fact. They called it yin-yang principle in one place. They called it Prakriti and Purusha principle. And they called it Yoga and Va. Put together called Yoga. Like this, it is its nature. All these have a correspondence, the passive and the active. And it exists only in pairs and couples. And existence is never there as single. When the first creation was made, the created entity found himself second to the background. Therefore, there were two in the beginning itself. Yes, respiration as well as the vehicle belongs to space. Just as the bottle and the water in the bottle belong to the owner. Because space created vehicle. Space created the fundamental units of matter and the units of mind. And when these are worked out, the result is matter, force and consciousness constituted into a constitution. So, the vehicles came out of space because we are not very far off from the future date when it will be proved that the atoms are created out of space. Till now, of course, it is believed that atoms exist. Just as until Dalton, it was believed that atoms were indivisible. Till today, it is believed that atoms are permanent. But they are like the small globules of ice produced on the surface of water. They are produced in space, out of the matter of space. With these atoms, the molecules are produced. With the molecules, we know the matter is produced. And the vehicles are produced out of the matter. So, the vehicles belong to space. Matter belongs to space. And air is also a state of matter. And air belongs to space. And pulsation is the property of space. So, all these things are the splendor of the content of space. They are produced out of space, lived by space, and again they are withdrawn into space by the one existence in space, whom we call the omnipresent or God. $1,000 a month is paid to me as salary. Suppose I am paid $1,000 a month for my job. What happens to the $1,000 after my retirement? They are there, but I am not paid. Periodicity is there in space, but it is not allotted to that vehicle. That is called death. What we blindly understand as death, because every cell in the dead body is active and living. It is very active in its chemical decomposition. The center is lost and life is not lost. What we call the corpse is not a non-living thing, because every atom is bubbling with terrible activity, and that is what we call the nuclear activity. So scientifically speaking, how can there exist what we call death? It is only a sentimental and emotional understanding that death exists. So death as an instant never exists. One of the changes is called death by birth. And we are sorry because we don't find people whom we want to see. Therefore, death is understood wrongly as a big incident. That is why the ancient scientists proved that no death exists. But we understand some phenomenon by the name death. So the vehicle, when it is intended to do something, the respiration is given to it. When it is decided that the purpose is finished by nature, and it is stopped. Yes, you will have your light on in your room. When you want to go to sleep, you will switch off the light. That does not mean that something has happened to the light or the bulb, but that proves that there is an owner to the light and the bulb who intends a use. According to the plan of the owner, we begin to breathe and we stop to breathe. When the emotional impurities are there produced in the constitution, they are disturbed by the conditions of the environment. That much of relationship is there. Actually, there is no relationship between the weather changes and the emotional disturbances in an individual. But the individual may take everything as a reflection of his emotional nature. As long as there is emotional impurity in the individual, anything can condition him, the storm or the weather. When an asthma patient is there, the cloud gives a disturbance in the respiration. But the cloud is not the cause, but the disease is the cause. Similarly, any disturbance caused by the climatic and atmospheric conditions in the emotions of the person, the cause is his emotional condition and not the environment. When the emotional condition is rectified, any atmospheric condition is a pleasure and nothing else.